Social Security just mailed you something that you certainly want to open right away. You'll want to take a look through it, and you'll definitely want to hold on to this as well for the reasons that I'm going to give you here in this video. Now, first off, this video is going to feel like it's kind of all over the place because there's actually a lot of moving parts and a lot of different details that I want to share with you here in this video because of what is currently going on right now. As a fixed income beneficiary, this information that you received from Social Security, you'll definitely want to have at your disposal and something you can grab quickly in the event that something comes up this year, because remember, this is the year that the president has talked about the distribution of these $2,000 payments. Now, I'm going to talk about what you received from Social Security, how it relates to this $2,000 that we're all looking for really, really badly right now, and all these other details that are happening, and it's all highly, highly correlated. Okay, now first off, I would say this much as well. I would encourage you to watch the video for a little bit longer than after I tell you what you received from Social Security, okay? Reason being for this. When I tell you what this is that Social Security mailed out, you're going to think, yeah, we already know. Yeah, we don't need to listen to anything else. I would encourage you to listen to more because there's a ton of moving parts around this. But again, I don't want to tell you what to do. Do what is best for you. I'm just saying there's a ton of information here. Okay, so number one. In January, you received your SSA 1099. Social Security mailed these out, and they had them available to beneficiaries in your My Social Security account if you have one there, and if you have elected to get digital communication from Social Security. It's available in your My Social Security account, and again, you don't have to have it, but if you don't, you likely got a paper copy of this. Now, you might be thinking, we already knew this. I don't file a tax return, therefore, I don't care. I already threw it away. I wouldn't have recommended that. I certainly would hold on to that. That is your official tax documentation. Now, even if you do not file a tax return, let's talk about why this is incredibly important. Point number two, right now, lawmakers are currently working on Reconciliation Bill number 2. In other words, OBBB 2.0. What I mean by that is, remember last summer, we had that huge tax cut bill that was passed and signed into law on the 4th of July last year that went into effect, and tons of people are supposed to be getting all of these thousands and thousands of dollars back from the Treasury right now as people are filing their tax returns, right? You've heard me talk about that. They're working on another one of those right now. They need to have significant progress on this thing by the end of this month, and they're looking at a passage time frame of late spring to early summer. Guess what they could add into that package if they just so wanted to do so? And realistically, if the president says add it in, guess what they're going to do? They're going to add it in. The $2,000 stimulus, the $2,000 dividend. Now, does that guarantee that they're going to do it? No, it does not guarantee it. I'm just saying it would be a great way and a great place for them to add it if they wanted to do it, because they can add that into a reconciliation bill. That's no problem. They can easily do that, and that'd be a great opportunity, and the timing would be perfect for them as well. I'm just saying, okay? That's number two. Number three, the IRS. This is super interesting, and I think this is kind of illegal. I'm not really sure, but I've been reading about this, and this seems really, really suspicious and honestly pretty sketchy. Here's what happened. The IRS supplied ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. We're all very familiar with what ICE is these days, right? Okay. The IRS supplied ICE with information on individuals that they have information about who have filed tax returns, and they basically sent them that information for immigration purposes. Okay. Very important stuff. Now, that's number three. Number four, what is a very important thing to this administration right here, right now? Well, immigration, right? We already know this. They're doing raids all over the country. And again, I'm not here to take sides. I'm just giving you facts here. I'm giving you information. We're all very, very aware of this. This is no secret whatsoever. It's going on across the country. They're very, very in tune with this, right? This is something that's very important to them, and they're doing this across the country, okay? Now, number five, we know that the president has indicated multiple times over the last 4 months, give or take a little bit, basically going back to early October, in November, December, January, so far this month as well. We've seen this in multiple instances where the president has come out and endorsed this idea to send out thousands of dollars in the form of dividend payments, stimulus payments, whatever you want to call it, rebate checks. Just in the last few months here, he has talked about it multiple times, okay? By the way, stay tuned. I got something special for you coming on that. Hang out here. I will bring you a very dedicated video, and it's going to be very interesting on that. So hang tight for a couple more days here. I'm still working on the final details of that. It's going to be very interesting. Watch for that coming up here in the next few days. All right, anyway. So that's what we recognize. Now, the speculation out there is this. Here is the grand finale, right? The big head honcho, the enchilada, whatever you want to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know why I just said that. Anyway, I know I'm a freak. Okay, anyway, here is the speculation that's out there. Because they are so obsessed with Americans, right? They're very much obsessed with the American people are going to get these payments. The American people are going to do this or that, okay? Here is why I'm making a big deal about this and why we want to watch very closely for the details, as in that paperwork that you received from Social Security, your SSA 1099. This shows your income. Here's why I'm making a big deal about this. The speculation, the ideas that are out there is that they may, I really want to emphasize may require people to file a tax return in order to get this $2,000 if they do it in the first place, okay? Now, a couple things that I want to emphasize there, couple things that I want to underline and really spend another minute here on. Number one is if they do the $2,000 in the first place. We still don't know if they're going to do it, right? We continue to hear of the president, oh yeah, we're going to bring it. We're bringing it in the middle of the year. We're bringing it at the end of the year. We don't know when. It doesn't really seem like they have much of a plan as far as the distribution of this, but they continue to tell us it is coming this year. Okay, whatever. I mean, if that's the case, we're not going to sit here and argue and say, no, it's not coming this year. Yeah, we'll gladly take it. Come on, let's do this already, right? We're sick of waiting. People are struggling financially, but that's what they're indicating, is that it's coming sometime this year. That's what the president keeps saying, okay? By the way, quick little hint, stay tuned. I'm going to bring you something very interesting on that here in the next few days. It's going to be very, very interesting and shed a lot of light on this whole situation, okay? But then also, they have this huge initiative for Americans. We want to underline that word, Americans, to get this, okay? Now, with all of this that I shared with you in the video, your official tax documentation from Social Security showing exactly how much you earned from Social Security in 2025. Key details. If we need to file a tax return, which we don't know, and you've heard me say this a ton of times over the last couple months here, in general, when it comes down to getting these types of things, generally people don't need to file a tax return. That's not the deciding factor to determine if someone is eligible for this, but rather with their emphasis on recruiting ICE across the country, finding Americans, making sure that everybody is all American, and getting money to the pockets of Americans, and all of this going on, and the next reconciliation bill, and all of this that's happening. Do you kind of get my drift on this? Do you hear what I'm saying here with this, right? The reason that I say we need to hold on to this paperwork and make sure that it is accurate is in the event that if they decide to do this $2,000 payment, if they decide one of the parameters must be that everybody needs to file a tax return. And again, we don't know if they're going to or not. I'm just saying the speculation out there is that if we do need to file a tax return in order to get it, you need to have this documentation from Social Security, because when you go to file a tax return, if we do in the first place, okay, I'm not giving tax advice here. This is not tax advice. This is not financial advice. This is not advice in any way, shape, or form. I'm just giving you general information here to understand. If we need to file a tax return, we need this document from Social Security so we can accurately input our income into our tax filing if we need to do it, okay? Do you see how all of this is highly correlated and why I said at the beginning of the video, I would encourage you to listen to the details of this video because there's a ton of moving parts around this, okay? We still don't know if they're going to do this in the first place and if we may need to file. Now, to be fair, I have said a ton of times over the last 4 months, 4.5 months or something like this, however long it's been, I'm not even sure. Basically, since the fourth quarter of 2025, I've been saying, in general, we typically do not need to file a tax return in order to get these payments in general, right? Because they already know what our income is. But the whole idea here, it's not about income so much, but rather it's about confirming that only Americans are getting these payments. Does this make sense? And it all comes back to what just happened with the IRS and ICE. The IRS saying, whoops, we gave a bunch of taxpayer information to ICE. Oops, sorry about that. Accidents happen sometimes, right? Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure last time I checked, if we make an accident, we get in a whole bunch of trouble, right? But yet they can make accidents and be like, oh, sorry, it was just an accident, right? Yeah, exactly, right? It's called a double standard last time I checked. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. That sounds like a double standard to me, right? So anyway, all of this combined, this is why I'm talking about this and making a big deal about this, is because we don't know what this year brings yet. We don't know. I wish I had a crystal ball that could tell you. Actually, screw the crystal ball. I wish I had a gold ball these days. How cool would that be, right? A gold ball. I'd sit here and rub it all day. That'd be awesome. I don't have a gold ball, by the way. I'm just saying that'd be really cool. Forget the crystal. I don't want that. I want gold. Gold is awesome. Anyway, this is what I just want to share with you really quickly. And again, let's just see what happens. Again, only time will tell on this, but the president continues to tell us. He was just out in an interview. What was it? Last week, one day, I think it was, with Tom Yamas. He's like an anchor of the national news, I think, like that. I'm not sure what station he's on or which broadcast he's on specifically, but it was a 50-minute interview with him. I think they were walking around the White House maybe together. But I listened to that whole interview. It was all over the place. And even in that, at about the 17 to 19 minute timestamp mark, if you want to watch the interview yourself, at about 17 to 19 minutes, they did talk about the $2,000 dividend payment. I was going to grab that clip for you, but I'm going to be fair with you. Sometimes when I grab clips like that and I make a video about it, I get in trouble with YouTube. So I didn't want to grab it because I thought, I think I'm going to get in trouble for this one. So I didn't grab that clip. But if you do see that interview with Tom Yamas and the president just like last week one day, watch the timestamp between 17 minutes and 19 minutes. That's where they talked about the $2,000. Quick little side note for you there. If you decide to watch that, I'm sure you can find it somewhere on YouTube. I don't really know where you could find it. It's out there everywhere. I mean, I watched the whole thing. It was like 50 minutes. You definitely don't need to watch the whole thing. All right, anyway. That's what I wanted to share with you here in this video and why you want to watch for that document that you received from Social Security. You should have already gotten that, by the way, about a month ago at some point in January. They started mailing them out, to be fair, on December 26th. December 26th, it was a Friday. Social Security started mailing those out, and they were available in your My Social Security account on Christmas Day. So December 25th of last year, 2025, those were available in your My Social Security account. And they started mailing the hard copies out, the paper copies out on Friday, December 26th. So you should have gotten it like, I don't know, the first 2 weeks or so of January. You should have received that. Make sure to open it and make sure that it is accurate and hold on to that sucker. Seriously, please hold on to that. If we need to refer back to that in the event of potentially filing, we need that data off of that. We need to know how much you got as income in 2025 so we can input that accurately, okay? Again, quick side note, not tax advice, not accounting advice. Let's see what happens. Only time will tell. I'm just giving general information here. Let's see what happens. I will certainly keep it posted along the way here. I hope this helps you out. Please, if you have not done so, consider subscribing. 100% free. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video. Big share button down below. Otherwise, check out the well over 6,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. Until next time, thanks again for watching this. Really appreciate you. Drop your comments, your questions, your feedback down below, and I will catch you again later in the next video.